Hey yo, what's going on everybody? It's Tylarious, aka Ty Killington. Yeah, man, alright. So, the Arena War DLC has brought a lot of new vehicles. And if you probably have noticed, you may not, but you probably have, these vehicles have multiple different types of aesthetics or themes that you can customize them by. But once you choose, say, a apocalyptic or a future shock or a nightmare theme, or maybe you just want to keep it standard, just the way it came from. Some cars you can't though. Some of the vehicles are Arena War ready, so you have to pick one of the three themes, either apocalyptic, future shock, or nightmare. So in this video, I want to take you through each one of their categories with the same vehicle to give you guys an idea of what route you want to take before you spend millions of dollars. All right, so let me do that for you and show you what they look like. And in the comments down below, guys, let me know if you like this type of video and if you want me to do more showing off the cars and their different aesthetics so you guys know what you want to buy ahead of time. You have an idea. You know what I mean? If you want me to do that, or keep doing that, because these videos take a long time. I have to go through each one of these, and I even sped this up for you guys because it took a little bit longer because there's so much content. So let me know if you want me to do that and help you out. I'm totally willing to. I'm totally down for helping you guys out with that so you don't pick a theme that you don't end up liking. Now, they're very similar, but there are actually some differences. It really just depends on the vehicle. So please, yeah, once again, in the comments down below, let me know what car you'd like me to do this with next if you would like that, okay? And definitely subscribe if you're new so you don't miss out on those future videos. So right now, we're just going through the customization for just the standard, the Impaler. This car is really, really nice. Just standard cosmetic stuff. It's got really good liveries. As you guys now know, inside the Arena Workshop, you can change the headlight color, which is really cool. And I love this Impaler. I really, really do. I think this is my favorite car. I like the old school muscle cars. I'm an old school dude. I'm an old school gamer. You know what I mean? So I like the 350Z as well, but it's just hard to beat American muscle. I mean, that's one thing that we did right was build muscle cars. Nobody could take that from us. Um, but yeah, so I wanted to kind of take you through this a little bit, show you everything about the car, the spoilers, the hood options, and of course you can rewind and check this out. But the Impaler, just leaving it stock, and customizing it normally is a really nice car. Rockstar did a good job on that. Okay, let's check out the Apocalypse Impaler. All right, now the upgrades are all the same price, $1,209,500. And as soon as you go to the apocalyptic, you automatically notice, well, it's rust, right? It's the apocalypse. Nothing is nice and new. You've got different types of upgrades like boosts. You got some different types of bumpers and things like that. You notice you have a ram on the front of your car. You got these crazy decorations that you can put on there, which is very much like the whole Mad Max theme, which is very cool. I do like that. For some people, that's not really them. And I understand that. Once again, that's why I want to show you each one of these different types of aesthetics or themes to these vehicles. Um, because there's a lot going on and there's a lot of money that you're going to end up dropping on this. I hate for you to get something, go down a particular route that you just don't like. Now, you've got if you go to the website, they'll give you like a preview, but it's just one picture of what it looks like, but you don't get to see everything. So, once again, there's different types of armor for the hoods and things like that. Just so you guys know, with the apocalyptic, the nightmare, the future shock, they all take one rocket to blow up. Well, it's two actually. They can take one rocket, and the second one will blow them up, which is very, very nice. I do appreciate that. So that's a plus, right? The armor really doesn't make any difference in that regard. But there's so many different kind of customizations with these vehicles. I mean, it's ridiculous. The hood scoops, trunk, roof racks, the exhaust, everything is really nice. You notice that when you go with the apocalyptic theme, you get those big fat boy slicks in the back with the tires. They're like triple the size almost. They're huge. It's awesome. You got the wheelie bar. As you know from my video earlier, all muscle cars now can do wheelies, which is really cool. But the wheelie bar will do nothing to prevent that. It doesn't stop it at all. It just kind of sinks into the ground. You got these big 50 cal machine guns you can put on there. You've got landmines, and as you've seen from my previous video, you know what the landmines are capable of doing. And then you end up with something like this, a straight just apocalyptic war machine, which is just armed to the teeth, and it's ready to go. And be careful, if you're just running up on these cars, those spikes will kill you. All right, so just know that. Just know that those spikes will definitely get you. So be careful. Now let's check out the Future Shock. The Future Shock is one of my favorites, and there's a big surprise, particularly with the Impaler with the Future Shock upgrade, and we'll get to that in just a second. As you notice, it's a cleaner look. You don't have any rust that you have to put up with, and the liveries revolve around the manufacturers of like the designer clothes, Lei Chen, HK, you know, this like the top end designer, whatever it's, if it's for fashion or whatever else, you know, it's those name brand kind of looks. You've got the roll cages, you got the basic performance upgrades, the spikes, and the spikes are chrome, and you can change the color of those, which I'll show you in just a minute. Now, once again, please remember I did speed this up so it would not take 20 minutes to get this video done. I know you guys don't like sitting through long videos. I do my best to try and keep them as short as I can, but without missing anything. If I sped this up too fast, it would just be a blur, right? So here we're going through all the liveries right here, which some of these look really cool the way they're set up. I do like them. And, each different type of armor you add and things like that, it'll affect the liveries too. So pay attention to that as you're modifying your car. And if you have bulletproof tires, you don't have to worry about that little plate right there. It's not going to do anything to stop. You'll have bulletproof tires anyway, so you'll be fine. You've got different types. You got the pearlescence you get on there. That's what the primary paint looks like with the crew color. The secondary would be basically all the roll cage, like the trimming, like the metal tubing around there. And then you've also got the accent as well, which is like the piping of the door frame and stuff like that, which is really nice. You can have some seriously good color combinations with the Future Shock. Roof rack, different designs. As you see, it adds more livery on there as well when you add those roof racks on there, which is cool. The trunk upgrades, which is basically the spoiler as well. Drop it out with the suspension. You know what I mean? You always want to, it depends. Sometimes I think with these Rams on the front, it's not good to go as low as you can because they do tend to get hung up, and sometimes it's better not to have them because they will get stuck pretty easy. But the Ram scoops are sick. They look so good. This is the big surprise. The Future Shock has a 40-watt phased plasma turret, and I'm about to show you what that looks like. Now, I'll do a legit test between these two guns a little bit later, but between the 40-watt phased and the 50 cal, they're pretty close. I couldn't really gauge if one was better. It kind of looked like the 50 cal was a little bit more destructive, but once again, I did not do like a legit test on it. But they look similar. I think one, you have a cool factor with the 40-watt phased. The lasers, basically. It's just, it's lasers. It looks really cool. It sounds really cool, too. I mean, that's legit. I'm definitely not going to not use these on my car. They look really, really cool. At nighttime, it's like Star Wars. That's a nice touch right there. I like that. Here's the 50 cal popping off. 50 cal sounds great, too. But once again, they seem to be pretty... I'm not sure if I just had a better angle on the cars. They seem to be pretty close together. So I don't think you'll be going wrong with either one of them. But I'll do a legit test a little bit later on and make sure I get those knocked out. All right, let's check out the Nightmare theme or aesthetic. Same price. And this is just, this reminds me, if it's a nightmare, it's kind of like, this reminds me kind of like a clown car. All the crazy colors. It's rusted out, though, so it's kind of like sketchy. You know what I mean? It's kind of suspect. And it reminds me of like a serial killer clown would be driving around. Very similar with the decorations as the apocalyptic theme. See, it's got the spikes, the same, but those are all multicolored. Looks really, really cool. And if you are afraid of clowns, this car will bring up some weird vibes for you. Seriously, it's going to get you a little. You kind of start itching, scratching a little bit. You want to leave the room. You know what I mean? Which I wouldn't blame you. I don't have a fear of clowns or anything like that, but I know some people that do have a fear of clowns, or if you got fear of like spiders or snakes. For some people, it is debilitating, and that could really evoke that kind of reaction. But it's really cool. I do like how it's just so bright, so loud. Um, it looks like somebody just got a bunch of paint and just threw up all over the car. It looks terrible. It's ugly, right? But in all that ugliness is it's a sense of beauty, right? It's its own beauty. But yeah, and then as I'm customizing, I'm listening to the mechanic. This guy cracks me up. The mechanic in here is well done. He's the shit he says is so funny. I love it. It's very good. But once again, very very similar with the Nightmare customization as it is to the Apocalyptic. But it's just your color scheme, your graphics. You can paint the 50 cal guns. You can have those different color. You saw the primary color, the secondary, what those looked like. So yeah, not too bad at all. But once again, I wanted to go through this to show you guys what these looked like. I didn't want to spend 20 minutes. You know what I mean? That's the what I ended up coming up with the Impaler, the yellow with the black stripes and a purple pearlescent on there. The stock version. But yeah, these 4 cars. So this one car basically has 4 different themes. You've got the standard aesthetic. You've got the Nightmare, Apocalyptic, and the Future Shock. So if you guys want me to do more of these videos, let me know in the comments down below what car you want to see next. All right, subscribe to my channel for the illest and realest content in the game. Make sure you smash that like button. You guys stay dangerous. Right, we'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Yeah.